Welcome to Bronze 2 of Protoss. In the last division we were in, we were talking about making probes and why they're important. And we're going to continue talking about probes and why they're important forever. But that is once again going to become the goal, the real underlying goal here for Protoss. We're still looking at if you can max out, if you can manage to max out at or before 11 minutes and you are in bronze, you're doing a great job. You will get promoted and it will definitely happen. If you have to max, if you are maxing out after 11 minutes, okay, these are like quotas up there. If you can max out at or before that, you're going to get promoted. If you cannot, you need to work on it. It's something to practice for, something to get better at. But yeah. It's okay if you can't max out at this time right now. It just means that you're probably really having a problem with your probe production, whether you're getting supply blocked a lot, whether you're just not making workers a lot because you're getting distracted by a lot of things. It happens, but just know that everything else should always take the back seat to making your workers. Every time. Every time. Feel like a fun. We need 11 bases and 22 factories to beat Bronze 2. You don't need that, but the reason why I do that, the reason why I never stop macroing is because that is what you should be doing. The game does not end when you hit a certain amount of supply. Like, the game doesn't just suddenly stop happening when you're 200 supply. The game stops happening when your opponent is dead. So if you stop kind of playing and you start only going half-assed for the rest of the game once you max out once, you're going to lose a lot of games in general that way. Alright, so we are going to and again, guys, build order, I'm just throwing this out there. Build order does not matter, really. Just try to make it efficient, okay? So what we're doing this game, okay? We're again, making probes the entire time is efficiency. That is efficient. Once you're fully saturated on the mineral line, taking a gas, that is efficient. I don't know if I just said this, but not supply blocking. That is efficient. Just keeping the probes being produced is efficient. Your tech tree, if it gets delayed a little bit, don't care that much. It's not the end of the world. Learn a build when you're a little bit more comfortable with just raw execution of basic macro. And basic macro is probe, 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 probe. Don't let it not be made. Always make one. Three on the gas. We're oversaturated by 2. Grab 2 probes. Send them to the natural. Natural's almost done, so we're good. And chrono booster probes. Let's also start a pylon over here. ViBE, you're playing against Zerg and not walling. Walls don't matter right now. Seriously. You want to know why? Because if this guy 12 pulls me, and I'm making probes the whole time, I could pull my probes, and I could probably kill the Zerglings, and if I'm still making workers while fighting, I will be ahead against someone in bronze. If he doesn't 12 pull me and he goes for like a mid-game timing, I should have enough units, because I just have a sheer better macro than my opponent does, that I will be able to withstand some type of a timing with just sheer numbers. Look, 4 Zerglings, guys. And there's a lot of Zerglings. This is exactly what we're talking about. Pull the probes. Probes, attack. But guess what? Chrono boost more probes while we're doing it. I'm not microing anything. I just said probes A move.
You require my skills.
Don't give a shit. I'm still making probes, boys. Make another Nexus. Avoiding any distractions that will make you forget to make probes is at all costs what you need to be doing. Make a couple gases because we're fully saturated on the natural. And now also Let's make a start making units out of my robo.
I am here in the shadows.
Look, we're getting hit by speedlings now. Well, it's just 2, but still. Oh, now it's more.
Let our enemy
But do we care? Not really. Nope. Saturate my gas. Saturate my gas. And now let's go ahead and we're going to start having a money problem where it's going to go up too fast. So let's start on like 2 more gateways. And now, because now we're saturating our 3rd base as well.
I am here.
Keep making probes.
Shadows.
Let's make a pylon right here. We can just warp in units here in the middle of my base. Send all of my units to the new pylon we just made. Chrono boost probes.
I return to serve.
Keep making probes, guys. Probe counts at 57. ViBE is about to take his first loss. I mean, we'll see, right? We shall see. Walls and stuff matter and more in, I would say, like Gold League. Like proper placement, we'll start doing in Gold League. But for now, they really don't matter. Stalker, stalker, stalker. Keep making probes. Let's take another Nexus. Because guess what? We're fully saturated on the 3rd. Take another Nexus. Probe count, 63. We're almost there. Keep making probes, guys. Do not let these Nexuses go idle. Let's make another pylon. We're about to supply block. Keep making probes. Again, do not let the Nexuses go idle. We're fully saturated on that base. Rally everything to this base. Make a couple more pylons. If my gateways aren't fully being utilized the entire time, that is okay. Almost there. Very close to max probe count. Let's make a couple pylons and then shift click this mineral line, which is where the probe was originally going to go. And let's start chrono boosting on Immortals. Because we're kind of done making probes now. Like, probe count is pretty much there. I don't need to chrono anymore.
You have not enough minerals.
And now I'm just going to let you guys know, the supply right now, if you're thinking to yourselves, ViBE, you could totally die. Dude, you're playing at Zerg, you're not walling in bronze, if you guys want me to guess the guy's supply right now, I would say his supply is probably about 70. No disrespect. It's just how it is.
I return to serve.
And now my money is starting to get kind of high. So now, also we're getting oversaturated here. So let's fix this. Send them over here. Take another Nexus. Then a pylon next to it.
I am here.
But we've already spent all of our units producing, and we've already, you know, everything's being produced out of units now. Probe count's done. So now let's add on some more production to our overall thing. Add on a lot more production, guys, because we have a lot of money now. We just threw down an extra, like, how many gates is this? 6 gates and a robo, or sorry, 6 gates and a forge is what I meant to say. Good stuff. Send 8 probes over here. It'll be done soon anyways, it's fine.
I am here in the shadows.
Keep chrono boosting out Immortals. What about my natural? How's that looking? Good. Natural's looking good still. That means every other base is looking good after that. Because if my natural hasn't mined out, it definitely means my 3rd isn't mined out. You guys can also start realizing that too. You really just got to check bases in order you took them. So if main needs help, we need to check main, and then we also need to check natural. But if natural's good, that definitely means 3rd and 4th are good. If we already made them good before. So now we'll go ahead and make some more stalkers. And look at my money, guys. I cannot spend it still. So, do it again. This is why build doesn't matter.
In the shadows. I am here.
Look at that. You guys might be like, holy shit, ViBE, this is excessive. Is it, though? Is it? Because you know what that's going to do? That's going to allow us to remax. And here we are. Here comes an attack.
I am here in the shadows.
So now we have 23 gateways and 2 robos. Or 1 robo. That's fine. Whatever. I don't care. That works. All right, so check our bases one more time. Let's go ahead and do the cannon thing because we're getting ready to want to move out soon. So cannon, cannon, cannon. There's a fight going on right now. Fuck it, we'll deal with it later. Cannon, 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 cannon. And now look at this. Stalker, 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 stalker. Make all my stalkers that I want in the world. Now we spent all our money. And we won that fight too, which is sick, right? Cool. So now, let's go ahead. Chrono boost the gateway, or chrono boost the forge. Chrono boost the robo, and just make shit out of the gateway. Probe count still 84. Natural needs some fixing. Send him down here. Main needs some fixing. Send him down here. Perfect. 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 Everything's perfect. Make more stalkers. How to select all gateways and add them in control group without searching for them manually. You add them into your control group as you make them, and the way you can select them like this in your base, hold control and then click one gateway and it selects every gateway on your screen. While then also holding control, now hold shift, go to a new screen and click another gateway, and it adds all the new gateways into your group. And then same thing, holding shift and control still, click another gateway. Adds in all the new ones on your screen. And then if, let's just say you want to put them in group 6. Now hit shift 6, and all these gateways now go in group 6. If you want to do that. Can you just hit W? You can totally hit W as well. If you want to use the warp gate thing here, you can do that as well. That automatically selects all warp gates. Does the exact same thing. You can do it both ways. Again, that's one of those things where it's multiple ways to play the game. Okay, so we're going to A move his third, shift A move his natural, shift A move his main. Let it happen, right? Just let it happen. Let's go ahead and make some gases here. Make our gas here. And start another base. We can make a couple pylons at it and make a couple gases at it. So how I just did that right there. Probe is stopped. Click the probe. B, in, click. Shift, B, D, click, click. Let go of shift, B, A, hold shift again, click, click, let go of shift. Hold shift again now, right click the mineral line. Letting go of shift lets go of the building or the thing in your hand and allows you to issue a new command. On top of the commands you already have, which is why you have to hold shift again. So let's make stalkers again, because we're losing a lot of units out there. So now we also have a little bit of extra money, so let's go and do this. Let's make a couple more robos. Why not? And also now let's do this. 5, C, hold shift, click, 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 click. Click everything in my base. I just spent all my chrono boost on all my gateways, or on all my nexus rather. And I just made a lot of bonus production time on myself. Look at my natural. Needs to be fixed. 6 probes. Rip off. Go 3. 3. Done. 6 probes. Again, I'll show you again. 6 probes are my thing. I click 1 gas. All 6 go to 1 gas. Shift. 1, 2, 3. Left clicks. Now I have 3 in my hand, and I go right click the next gas. Split them 3, 3 each. Okay, now we're maxed out again. Let's go ahead and select all army. A move, shift, A move natural, shift, A move main base. So now we're going to all of his bases. With Zerg, you don't have to do the whole blocking off thing because Zerg doesn't really wall. Against Terran Protoss, you kind of do need to do that. But now let's check our bases again. We're maxed on supply, which is cool, but good. Good. Not good. Fix that right now. Grab 6. We got 6. Good. Okay, grab 1. Good. Let's put 3 on here. So right click all my 7 probes now on this. 1, 2, 3. Right click them off. And so now 3 are still on there. Send the other ones over here. Good to go. Now let's go ahead and make Immortal, Immortal, Immortal. And start making Stalkers all over the place again. Literally, don't stop. This is why I'm saying when you max out the first time, the game doesn't necessarily just end. The game does not end the first time you max. The game ends.
Glad Beta GM is back.
Yo.
Best vid to watch. K.
Yo, Kanan, thank you very much for the 400 biddies. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you like the Beta GM. Yeah. But the game doesn't end until he's dead. So you need to keep upkeep your bases. You need to make sure you're watching this. Make sure your mining is still optimal. Okay, so now we have 3 probes idle and 2 probes extra here. Rip them off. I grabbed extra. Who gives a shit? Send them to a new base that needs more mining. Cool. So we have a lot of units standing back here doing nothing. Let's go ahead and select all army, move his main base. Have them go help. Because it's been a while since I sent an army out. Go back to making an army again. As soon as things start dying, like right now. Good, 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 good. We can add some cannons here. Good. We can add cannons here too. Good. I missed one cannon here. Good. Easy peasy. Now let's go ahead and make more units again because my army supply is dropping again. Your opponent will not keep up with you forever if you play like this. Your opponent will crumble and break if you're better, if your macro, if your upkeep is better than theirs. Because everyone at some point in time will start hitting these roadblocks where they're like, ah shit, I got 12 probes here just sitting here doing nothing. I got 5 probes doing nothing here. Things like that. Like people will fall off all the time. People will always fall off. So as long as we're keeping up with all that stuff, like look, another 2 probes are sitting there. Grab them. Not 12. It's only 2. Look at this one. Still good. Not good. Grab 2. Send them over. Send a new base. Let's take another base while we're at it. Let's take this base way up here. My army's dying. He's got broodlords. Cool. Make another army. 2 probes over here are inefficient. Send them over here. We're losing army again. And max out. And now this time let's hit a different base. Because we've really ripped apart the south side of his base. Let's go like this. Let's A move here, shift, A move here, shift, A move there, shift, A move there, there. So now we're going to go from the left side. We're going to attack a totally different side now in case he's been really greedy on this side. So we're going to clear any bases that are greedy on the other side of the map. 2 probes inactive. Send them over here. Main base. That patch is almost mined out, but that's fine. Oh, 2 probes again. Inactive. Send them over here. Perfect. Good. 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 Nice. Let's take another base. Up here. Why not? Why not? Let's take a Twilight Council so I can get upgrades beyond level 1 for my ground units. Okay. 2 probes. Send them off. Go over here. We're still looking good, guys. Still looking good. Again, your opponent cannot keep up with you forever playing like this. Okay, 6 probes from the gases idle. Control F1 selects all of them. I have now grabbed them all. Send them all up here. Just any base that's fresh and new and needs a saturation. Doesn't really matter what base it is, just as long as it's fresh. I can send 6 probes here. Grab 6, 3, shift, 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 3. Perfect. My army's dying again. So, stalker, 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 stalker. Stalker, 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 stalker. And a couple of mortals. We're maxed again. Look at our bases. 2 probes sitting here. Fix it. Go up there. Look at our natural. Extra probes. Fix it. 2 probes. Go up here. Look at our 3rd. Good. 4th. Nope. Send 2 probes off. Now it's good. 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 And nothing but good. Because we're still at 84 and we're still maintaining optimal saturation the entire way. Okay, another army. It died again. It's okay that the army keeps dying. It's okay. Because we're macroing repeatedly. New army after new army after new army after new army. Let's do one thing in addition to what we're already doing though. Let's go like this. Let's build 2 forges right here. This will increase our chances to actually win the game now. We're still staying on a simple composition of Archon or of Stalker Immortal. Now this time let's hit the other side. A click here, shift, A click there, shift, A click the center, shift, A click is natural, shift, A click is main. So now we're going to rip the other side apart of the map again because we just did clear the top side. Now nothing's here. Now we're going to clear the bottom side if there's bases along the bottom. He will eventually run out of money. It will happen. 2 probes idle, send him up. Send him up. Now we go 2 forges here, armor, shields, and a forge here, weapons. Chrono, all 3 of them. Now we're just getting extra upgrades because we're not ending the game yet. Make stalkers. Oh, look at the base here. Lots of extra probes. Grab a bunch of probes, 6 probes in the gas, and extra probes in the mineral line. Send them up here. Get good mining going on again. This base is becoming inefficient too. Grab 2 probes, send them off somewhere else. There. Boom. Nice. Now go back to making stalkers. We're maxed again. Sick. This base needs to be fixed. Notice how this process just keeps repeating itself. It just keeps repeating itself. Let's take another gas here. Let's take our gases here. Let's also take our gases here, because we don't have these gases either. He killed my army again. Like, this guy might have lurkers or some shit, because, goddamn, I've lost like 7 armies now. But look at my money. I've spent it all now, guys. But guess what? I'm still mining with 84 efficient probes. Do you think this guy's mining 84 efficient probes? Because I'm the one who controls the middle of the map right now. He definitely does not have the money to keep up with this. He's basically at a point where whatever is dead is dead. It doesn't get replaced. So I'll get my gases saturated. Get gases saturated. Get 1 more on that gas. Mineral fields are depleted. Where is this happening? Also, let's chrono boost our upgrades. Cool. This right here. Fix it. Where can they go? This is also oversaturated. Fix it. Where can they go? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. 3 can go over here. Perfect saturation of all 84 probes again. Make stalkers. Okay, now we just hit the bottom side. So, what are we going to do now? Chat, what are we going to do now? Or viewer, what do you think? You at home, follow along. What are we doing this time with our attack? How are we going to do it? I'm going to say along the top side and then the mid. Hit the bottom again. No! Hit the top side. So A move this base on top middle, shift A move that base right next to it, shift A move the middle, and then A move his natural and his main, like that. So that way we're going to kill all fresh bases again. Now look at my upgrades, they're done. Ground weapons, armor, chrono boost, shields, chrono boost. Because we might as well go 3-3 if we're not able to end the game. Look at my saturation, let's see it. Good, good, good. Good. Not good. 1 probe is chilling. Fix it. Good. Good. Let's take another base. Just take another base. Cool. What is happening? Okay, cool. It still is just broodlords. Okay, so once again we're losing units. Make stalkers. Just click the mouse. Hold shift, click the mouse. Chrono boost my upgrades again, because why not? Make a couple more stalkers. Another stalker. And a couple more. Or wait, gateways are all used up, and my supply is still dropping, and I don't have. I have money to spend, so. No, I spent enough time talking about it that I could just make new units now. I was gonna chrono boost my gates if it gets to that point. If you have like a lot of money and all your gates are on cooldown, you can chrono boost your gates like we did earlier. More stalkers. At what point do you select all army and click on broods? My point is you should really not micro your army at all, ever. You should just win the game through macro, which is what we're doing. What the goal kind of is here. But yeah, if it gets to a point, I don't know, I might just kill the broodlords, because there's like 8 broodlords that keep killing my army repeatedly. I feel like, because my stalkers just sit there fighting broodlings. But you guys got to know, I'm not gonna micro. I'm not gonna micro. You guys got to just know something. This guy has no income really. So now what are we gonna do with this next army? How about we just A move the bottom side? And because there's creep in my way, let's actually kill the creep with an observer. So I'm just gonna A move right here. A move just right there. Just A move and leave it there. I need to kill the creep. So observer is slower than stalkers, so I need to wait for it. Let's fix our economy while we're doing it. Grab 2. Send it over here. What else? Good. Every other base is fine. Let's now A move over here. A move to this now. Because we're killing a creep. Observers are well placed. Kill that next part. We're going to clear that the expansion of where I can now expand next. And now grab a probe. And do exactly that. Also, kill a creep that's like right in my face. Okay, now we cleared it out, so we'll A move here, shift A move here, shift A move here, shift A move here, whatever. And probes, when they mine out, can start going up here to the top middle. So make stalkers again.
Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply. Let our enemy know our fury.
Ah, observers. Stalker. Stalker. And another stalker. How about another stalker? He microed. I grabbed my observers. I did. I cheated. I pulled observers back. But yeah, that wouldn't have done anything either way. There you go, boys. There's a macro game for you. We won the game eventually by wearing him down with stalkers. So we can ×8 this one again, and just we'll look at economy first, and then we'll look at every engagement. We will look at every engagement. What's the APM? Okay, we can have that tab open, or we'll have that tab open in a minute. Okay. Or how about fuck it? We're not gonna have the APM tab open. We'll look at APM after in the performance tab at the end of the game. At the end of the game. The average APM. Because this tab is way more important. APM really doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't. Okay, perfect example. Remember what we talked about? When someone's like, what if he fucking Ling floods you? What if he has Lings attack you? You're dead. We're equal supply. And I'm ahead by 9 workers. How many probes died? I lost 3 probes and I'm still ahead by 9 workers. After the Lings. And he sent over 8 of them to attack me early. Here comes another round of Lings. They kind of back off though. But remember what I said about the supply, where I was like, I don't care if this guy attacks me and I don't have a wall, because look at the supply right now. Would you guys expect this from Protoss? Would you expect the Protoss to be this ahead? And it's honestly because him doing little tiny weird ass attacks like that puts him further and further behind. And then if we're just making probes the entire time while it's happening, and this is again if you're a lower league. This is not, if I was playing against a GM Zerg and I was like, I'm not going to wall. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. But GM strategies and styles and stuff like that do not apply to someone who is in bronze. Walls and proper wall offs and worrying about that kind of stuff is going to do nothing but distract you from making probes. Just like this guy trying to make little tiny Ling pressure builds in his build is going to do nothing but neglect from him making drones because he's trying to play fancy. It doesn't help at all. Look at his natural. 3 on the gas, 2 on the gas, 7 on the mineral line. Look at our natural. 3, 3, 16. Like our worker count is crushing his worker count. Look at his third base, 7. Look at our third base, 19. And about to be 3 on one of the gases and another 3 on another gas in just a second here. 22. He's now at 8. Like our saturation is crushing, which means we can build an army at a much faster rate. And now here comes the attack. And look at the economy behind this. So his army is massive right now. But his army is also Roach Ravager and a couple of Banelings and Zerglings. This army, and he actually has decent upgrades. He has level 2 weapons on Ravagers and he has level 1 weapons on Zerglings. We have no upgrades at all. We're 0, 0, 0. We're about to be 1 weapons, but it's not even going to be done in time for this fight. So this is 0, 0, 0 Protoss versus 2, 1 Zerg. So you guys might be thinking to yourself, oh God, this sounds bad for Protoss. Oh my God, Protoss. But can you guys take a second and look at this for me really fast? Look at those resource and gas rates. These numbers represent how much you're mining per minute. It's a lot. That's a lot of minerals, boys. That's almost double. It's a fucking lot of money. So what's going to happen now is look at the bank. We are on it. The bank we have, the extra bank we have right now is honestly about the extra we're mining per minute over him. And what this means is, here's a breakdown for you, okay? When this fight is over, this fight is about to happen. When it is over, our supply will probably settle around 170, 160, 170. His supply will probably settle around 110 because he does not have nearly as good of an economy as we do. So his supply is going to plummet because he doesn't have a bank to work with. The less drones you have, the more all-in your build kind of becomes. Like, this attack needs to kind of kill me now. It needs to do some serious damage, otherwise he's screwed. And when I say he's screwed, I mean he's never going to have map control if we just keep doing this repeatedly. So let's check it out. This is what the fight looked like that we were not looking at. He corrosive vials my army. He takes some nice shots on me. Throws corrosive vials all over the center of my stalkers. Don't take the greatest trade here, but we just have enough to weather it. And look at the aftermath. We're going to sit between 160 170. He's going to be around 110 is what we said. And that is the aftermath right there. 101 versus about 157. And now look at the banks. Both banks have been depleted because we're both losing units and we're remaking them to fill in what just died. But now we're almost at a point where we're like almost doubling his supply. Not quite, but almost. What league would I say my opponent played at? I don't know. It's really hard to tell, honestly. Because I really think that making workers is not that hard. Once you practice it for a few days, making workers is pretty fucking second nature. Like, it's just make workers, make workers, make workers, make workers. The hard part is microing and making workers at the same time. That is something that even GM players struggle to do. Like, it's not easy. And here you go. And now, there. So before this fight really happens, we'll go ahead and watch this fight again. Why not? But let's quickly take a second here, right? Let's look at efficiency of mining. Perfect. Needs to be fixed with 2. Perfect. 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 Now let's look at the Zerg's base. Need to be fixed with 4. Perfect. Fine. Fine. He has less drones than I would say I would like, personally, by like maybe, again, like 7 to 10, roughly. But we honestly right now, I would say both of us have decently well maintained saturation. He's over by 4, I'm over by 2. They're both relatively good, okay? They're both relatively good. But watch after the fight, okay? This is now going to be the difference. The amount of time this fight is going to take is going to let things mine out more. And how much does this guy upkeep that versus how much do we upkeep that? That is a big deal. So here comes the fight. We stand in corrosive bile again. Whatever. We're not microing it. Our army gets kind of split off from each other. We kill his third base. He overpowers my army in the end with Roach Ravager. And supply is about even right now. But now, before things progress from this point, watch the worker counts. Perfect. Over by 6, actually. That's not great. Over by 4. Over by... that's fine. It's perfect. Perfect. So, yeah, we're over by actually 10 workers. Our 10 workers for us are actually inefficient. Now, let's look at him. 4. That's 6. So, he's over by 10 as well in there. His base died, and now he has a bunch of long-distance mining drones, which is why his economy is so shite right now. But, yeah. And then this base is fine. So, we're both... I would say, up to this point, we're both honestly, I feel like, and this is the thing, right? When I played this game, I feel like I upkeep this really well. We focused on it a lot. But even right now, I'm over by 10. This requires constant babysitting. Like, you guys literally watched me play this, and I upkeeped my mineral lines every, like, 30 seconds to minute. But, yeah, we're like, there are times when you start getting, it kind of, like, gets kind of crazy out of hand really fast. And you got to fix problems as they happen. So now, we'll see what happens here with the next fight. When it does happen. I make units. We have lots of gates. We max out. Let's look for the next fight. And the next fight, or when we're about to get to the next fight, we'll just say that. So the max out's happening, and we're now moving out. A fight is about to happen. Let's take one more time to look at this. Perfect. Perfect. Over by 6. Over by 1. Perfect. Perfect. Fine. So we're over by 7, right? That's what we're over by. He's over by 1. He's over by 3, now 4. The other bases are perfect, but he's still long distance mining with like probably 15 drones. So roughly about the same, I would say. In terms of our current base counts, roughly about the same in terms of problems we're having. The only difference is I have one more base above him, so I have more bases to transfer my dudes to. Now let's let the fight happen. And again, I'm going to pause one more time and just say this. If you guys remember, the key word I said was people eventually fall off over time if you do this repeatedly. Being in bronze, silver, gold, plat is not about, I can max out faster than my opponent. That's a piece of it, but that's not the whole thing. It's just a piece. Being the difference between a platinum player, a diamond player, a masters player, a gold player is about how much you can maintain this. It's like, it'd be like think about doing like a plank, okay? And you all could have decent to good form, but then a masters player could plank for 2 minutes and a gold player can plank for 30 seconds. It's like that. Like, you can just maintain this shit longer if you're higher level. So this dude will drop off over time. It will happen. Which is why he dies. So we attack him. Things are dying. Stalkers are still doing damage. Broodlords are made now. More things are dying. Bases die. Broodlords are taking great trades against all these stalkers. They eventually kill them all. My army dies, but we're still maxed because we made units as it happened. And now let's take a quick look at the bases. Perfect. 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 Now let's look at Zerg's base. 9 drones. Chilling. 9 drones are just literally sitting there doing absolutely nothing. I'll say perfect in terms of what he like. It's not over. There's no oversaturation, but yeah, 9 drones so far are oversaturated, and then he has, when you think about it like this, he has 9 drones oversaturated, and then he has it's just these guys and these guys and this guy. He's got 9 drones oversaturated, and he's got 7 drones long distance mining. So he's got 16 drones that are really being inefficient right now. Some more than others, but the ones that are obviously not doing anything are really bad. But he's got 16 drones out of 55 that are being very inefficient. If you think about the numbers, 16 could definitely fill this base up, and you'd already have spent all 16. And then you would have efficient mining going on again. And things like this happen more and more and more as the game progresses further and further and further. You just get people who like they just start falling off at stages of the game and they can't keep up with you anymore. So he kills another army. And we could do this, we could say the same thing again, you know? Like look at efficiency of drones. And at this point now, there is just not like look at the drones. There's just not enough. There is not enough patches left for him to actively mine off of to be efficient as much anymore. Because we're just repeatedly maintaining a decent to good economy, and we just keep throwing shit at him the whole time. So we're not letting him expand. We keep just kicking his legs out from under him over and over and over. Like let's look at it again. My base. It's depleted, which is it nullified. Depleted, perfect. 2 over, 4 over. That's 6 now. Perfect. Perfect. So out of 84 drones, we're 6 over. 6 inefficient probes out of 84. For our opponent, 6 depleted. 6 doing nothing. 5 doing nothing. They're getting horrible trades, so it's 11. And that's it. We have 6 out of 84 are inefficient for Protoss, and we have 11 out of 40 which are inefficient for Zerg. So Zerg's inefficiency is like a little bit more than 25%, and Protoss's inefficiency, what is that? 6 out of 84? I don't know. It's like 4% or something. Something like that. It's not that huge. It's pretty small. Or 7%. It's 7%. There you go. Perfect. Boom. But you get my point. Percentage of inefficiency is a lot less for us because we're maintaining it. We keep looking at it. But look at resources lost. You guys ready for this? 4 out of 104%. Shut up. Whatever. I'm not thinking about the fucking math, okay? I'm going to move on before this gets ridiculous. Look at the efficiency of units lost. He definitely crushed us in that. Pretty hard. Pretty fucking hard. But yet, we are the ones who keep remaxing. So, there you go. There you go. He lost more units. Well, to be fair, a broodling counts as a unit lost. And they're free. So it doesn't actually make his minerals go up at all. Or his resources go up at all. It just makes the unit count go up because it's a broodling. And there you go, guys. Just got to maintain that macro level. Maintain. I have a question regarding workers' production with Zerg. How do you balance between army workers and OVs? Check out the Matorb. Check out the Zerg videos I've already made. We kind of talk about it. But long story short, you make about 10 roaches on 2 base saturation, and then you just make drones at 80, and then you make mass hydras. Essentially. We're talking for bronze. That's all you do. Okay, we're against a Terran now, boys. We're against a Terran now, boys. You missed APM. We can go back and check it another time. APM is literally... I know you guys asked for that, and I'll check it later, but it's seriously the most irrelevant stat. It is so irrelevant. I would much rather have a guy who plays at 100 APM that is efficient than a guy who plays at 200 APM that says, I have 200 APM. I'm fast. Fast at fucking spamming your keyboard and doing nothing that matters. Yo, Nudies24, thank you for the prime. Welcome to the VFam. Thank you, dude. Okay, so once again, guys, priorities and habits. Priorities are your economy. Habits are learning how to not let your nexuses be idle. Do that. Do it. Just do it. Grab a couple probes, send it to the gas. We're good. Again, I'm changing my build this game again because you know what? It doesn't fucking matter. I'm just trying to prove the point that build in bronze does not matter. I've done a different build almost every game. So my point is you can do whatever fucking build you want. There's no wrong answer as long as you're still making probes. Just don't stop making those probes. And your build cannot be wrong then. I've done 2 gate openers. I've done 1 gate nexus openers. I just did a gate core nexus opener. The build can't be wrong as long as you make probes. Let's make a stalker. And let's go ahead and rally my nexus to my natural. 5 nexus into 1 gate. Okay, well that's incorrect. You need some form of protection. You can do 2 gate, 1 gate, nexus first, gateway, but nexus gate, some kind of combination of that. Obviously don't go 5 nexus. With Zerg is the only race that you have to stop making workers for a second to make roaches on. But Protoss and Terran, you should be making stalkers whenever you have spare money, when it's not interrupting your probe count. Okay, so look, we're getting a guy who's Reaper harassing us. Just attack the Reaper with your stalker and forget about it. Keep making probes, guys. Let the stalker do its job. You hired it for a reason, okay? Don't micromanage his ass. Okay, now he's got to attack the other Reaper. You got to micromanage him a little bit sometimes. But forget about it again. Are Reapers dead? Reapers are both dead. Cool. Guess what, guys? We're fine. We lost 1 probe. And you know what? The worker count right now is probably insane. For us. It's probably really good. Okay, natural. Keep saturating natural. Main is perfect. The main is perfect. I got another stalker coming. I got warp gate on the way. Warp gate's super fucking late. Who gives a shit? Doesn't matter. It's not your priority right now. Let's go ahead and make another robo and another gate, and make a couple more pylons. Building placement doesn't matter. I'll put it over right there. Who cares? Does not matter where we put it. Keep making probes. Stalkers can move to the front of my natural. Rally point my guys to the front of my natural. We're good. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to. You don't have to be too picky about these things. These are things that should not cross your mind very often right now, because they're irrelevant. These are things that people think about way too often, and they put way too much stress on it. When really all you got to think about is, am I making probes? No. Ah, shit. Probably should be doing that one. Oh man. Natural's fully saturated. Go to my 3rd base. Rally every probe to the 3rd now. Grab 6. I grabbed 8. Shift click 2. Get them out of here. 3. Or right click this one. 1, 2, 3. Right click that one. Shift click. It's amazing. So now we got a robo and 2 gates producing units. Still making 3 probes at a time. Let's chrono boost all 3 nexus because we have enough to do that right now. Good to go. Worker count right now is 57. Let's go ahead and start another nexus.
Research complete.
We will only add on more production for now when we can afford it without stopping probe production. So probe production is God. It's key. It's prime. But we add on gateway and robo production when probe is still going, but I'm building money. And we're not building money right now, guys. We're barely building money. Money is continuously being set back to like 0. Let's make 2 gases. Make another pylon because we're going to supply block soon. 3 probes. Okay, we're getting attacked. Look. Hey, move my army right over here. Go over there. Make probes. We're going to lose probes. Who gives a fuck? Just make more. Make up more stalkers. Look at my money. We're still not able to really ridiculously have a lot here. Okay, let's rally my Nexus to the 4th, because we're fully saturated on the 3rd. Okay, fully saturated, perfect. Make a pylon, whatever, I kind of need one. Now look at our money. I can't spin it anymore. It's getting ridiculous. I literally cannot spend this money anymore. Time to add on some gates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 gates is fine for now. Well, it takes us to 8 gates. We're at 75 probes. And a couple more probes. Let's take gases here. Let's also start another base. Doesn't matter where we put it. Right there. Good to go. Shift click the pylon, shift click the mineral line, and the probe will do all of its shit now. Let's make one more probe. It's 84 probes. Call it a day. Let's make stalkers. And probe production now is done because we're at 84. So now it's upkeep. Okay, 2. Grab them. Go over here. Good. Perfect again. Let's go ahead and I can't make anything again. Oh, there we go. We're finally able to make stuff. My gateways are getting capped out though, and so is my robo, and I'm generating money again. So forge, gate, gate. Add on like 2 more gates. Gate, gate. So we just added on another 4 gateways and a forge now. Just because we're slowly building more money than we're spending. Send new probes over to the new base we just made. And now we're getting close to that point where we're almost ready to push out. So let's do this. Send 2 probes first. And we'll make a pylon up here first as well. We'll go like this. Cannon. Cannon. B, C, click. Oh, sorry, I said it. I'll say it again. Click probe, B, C, shift, click, click. Let go shift, hold shift again. Right click the mineral line. B, C, hold shift, click, click. Let go shift, hold shift again. Click the mineral line. B, C, hold shift, click, click, let go shift, hold it again, click the mineral line. Just make cannons at every base. Now, if this guy does any type of drop, or any type of banshee, or any type of crap, while we move out, we don't have to worry about getting fucked by that. And now we go right back to making stalkers. And look, we got an attack in front of our base. Select our army, attack right over here. Go defend. Let's go ahead and chrono boost out our upgrade. Let's get upgrades faster this game too. Why not? Get 2nd and 3rd Forge and a Templar or Twilight Council. Probe count 83. He killed a probe. Remake one.
I return to serve. Mineral field depleted.
Make stalkers. We maxed out this time really fast. And the reason why we maxed out this time really fast is because we lost barely any probes. Look at the workers lost. We lost 7. It's not bad. But look at this. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Too much time spent on not making workers. Perfect example right there, right? This dude finishes a depot, and then he starts a gas. He stops SCV production to make double barracks so that he can make 2 Reapers and attack me with them. That in itself is a massively inefficient move to do because he's sacrificing his own workers to try to kill mine. And it's going to do nothing but put him behind. Look at the worker count in top left now. No workers. Just make workers. No workers. Just make workers. Not trying to shit on my opponents in any way. I'm not trying to say, you know, oh my god. Oh man. It's just the fact that they don't make workers. Nobody fucking makes workers. Every time I coach somebody in any league that is not platinum, even in platinum this happens, they don't make workers. And they're like, why the fuck am I losing, dude? Because they're not making workers. The worker count is already 17 difference. And at this point, for those 2 Reapers, it was a 2 Reaper investment. And like his natural is just very light. He went 2 racks Reaper investment and then straight into factory starport. It's too much investment, way too hard to be defensive now. And now he's going to make a command center. You guys have to understand that the logic of this build, okay? If this build was going to be 2 racks into factory into starport, the only way this build would make sense is if it was massively aggressive and it did more damage than if the damage he did outweighed the amount that I can produce. That is the only way that this makes sense, because what this does is this indirectly does damage to himself, which puts him in a situation where he has less than half of my worker count now because he's invested into this. And in terms of this investment of putting himself in this situation in this game, what is the result of this? It's 1 probe dying. So far, only 1 probe has died. So this is why he's so far behind now. Like, he needs to have this army already, like, sieging the low ground and picking my gateways off and doing so many things for this to be worth it. The Reapers needed to have killed a lot more than 1 probe as well. But what it really is it's aggressive builds with defensive postures. So it doesn't make any sense. It's terrible to teach someone to play like this in lower leagues. Defensive builds with defensive postures is how you should learn how to play the game, because it makes you crush your opponent's supply for no reason. For real. So here's the first fight. Look at the supply. We lose more probes here. We lost 1 probe to the Reaper. We just lost 5 probes to this. But even though we've in total now lost 6 probes, we are still practically doubling his worker count. And now look at supply. This is just how it goes, man. This is why macro is so important. You need to know how to play this way to be able to improve at StarCraft. Doing attacks when you cannot macro properly behind it do nothing but put you behind. Look at the worker count. I've not killed a single worker this game. I've not attacked him once. I haven't even scouted his base. I haven't left my side yet because I'm not wasting time doing that because we don't care. We'll do more things like this when we can handle more things like this. And now, check out that supply, boys. This is the result of not giving a shit about anything besides building workers. I haven't done anything. You guys are watching me literally play the game. I'm literally doing nothing but making workers, and I am not supply blocking. I am just going, oh, we have enough money to expand again. Let's do it. Make workers, make workers, make workers. Oh, okay, well, now we're getting too much money. Make a few gateways. Make workers, make workers, make workers. Oh, let's expand again. Make workers, make workers, make workers. Okay, we're at 84. 80 to 85, again, is the sweet spot. Then it's shift gears entirely to full army. Pure fucking army production, just unit from then on. And instead of making workers, it's maintaining workers. Oh, we have 2 extra probes here. Send them over. 4 probes here. Send them over. Because they're inefficient. And that's all it is. Instead of making them, it's maintaining them. And that's all it is. That is macro. That is the most raw form of macro that you can get. And then you get an army like that looks like this, where it's like a fucking half a screen versus a tank and a few marauders and a liberator. That's it, boys. Just make those fucking workers.
Send these boys to bronze heaven.
Just make those workers, boys. Just make the workers. If we were, and here's the thing, all right? Okay, here's the thing. If we were not, there's 2 things about it. Let me just explain this last thing. And Minervius, thank you very much for those bits. I appreciate you, dude. Let me say this last thing, and this will probably help you guys wrap your head around what I'm talking about. There's 2 ways we could distinguish the lead that we gain against this guy throughout a game like this. Number 1 is efficiency of expanding. Our build was, we prioritized expansions over production. So when we were ready to expand, we expanded. And then whatever was excess, we put into production of units. Number 2 is uptime of how often you build workers. We did both as efficiently as you kind of can, honestly. That's all we cared about. That's all we gave a shit about. For our opponent, he neglected both of those rules because he prioritized production of double barracks and then also into starport and factory and then expanded. So he prioritized production over expansions. And then he also, at the same time, had a lot of idle time on the command centers that he did have whenever he had them. There was tons of idle time, which is also neglecting the uptime rule of keeping SCVs pumping. And those are going to get you, those two things, breaking those rules like that are going to net you a position where you're like, what the fuck? I have 70 supply and he's maxed. Okay. Because the only way this build would make sense is if he did irrecoverable damage to my base with this. He hurt himself way more than he hurt me. If that makes sense. Like, he did way more damage to himself because he neglected those rules. So builds are important. Like, you know, efficiency is very important. Efficiency is huge. And we are now bronze 1 with Protoss. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helps you maybe get interested in StarCraft. Maybe the game seems less daunting to you now that you're like, well, I might be able to do that. I like workers. I can make workers. Try it. I don't think you're going to do it the way I'm doing it on your first try. So if you have that mindset, please don't think that way. What you should think, though, is what we're doing is a guideline. It's literally a guide on how you could play if you practice it a bit. And it's very basic. The bronze stuff is super basic. It is definitely the solid foundation you need to learn how to play this game properly. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Until then, it might be in 4 seconds from now or 2 seconds from now. Have a good one. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you liked it. Peace.